Hi there, I'm Ryan of Kinfolk Barbershop, hair replacement studio, joined by Kris Boyle at Dundee. Cheers for doing this, appreciate it. So you got like I just was googling you before, trying to find out a lot more because you're the first person we've had on that I've not known previously. It was pretty cool. You started as a tailor.
I was actually a mechanic first.
Yeah,
I'd done an apprenticeship when I was 16 till I was 20, but I was pretty shite at it, to be honest. And then I decided to be in a band. Well, I was in a band when I was 19, when the gig scene was big.
oh yeah,
So I decided to take that serious till I was about 23, I think. And then that didn't work out. So I went back to sort of mechanics because that was my base.
mm-hmm.
Did another job in the incinerator, which I hated more than anything. That was the worst job I've ever done.
Is that in Dundee?
Yeah, I was in Dundee. That was where they drop the bins off.
Mm-hmm.
They make like, you know what, it's a shithole. The rats are like that size one, honestly. But without going in there, I never would have been able to like work myself, if you know what I mean.
Mm.
The tiling business that I'd done, yeah, that was my own business that I started. I was able to learn that basically you didn't need a wage to get money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you can make your own money, which was beneficial for me in the fact that for what I'm doing now, basically.
Yeah, it gave you a taste of being self-employed, and
I think I had to have a job that I fucking really hated, like had a core to like.
yeah.
I remember I used to do, Picaro Road.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're like going down Picaro Road, I used to get this sick feeling every time I was driving there. Like as soon as you hit that circle Picaro Road, it was just this horrible, like some people call it anxiety or something, I don't know. Just this horrible feeling. And I've never had that since I left there.
Yeah, brilliant. Love going to work now.
Yeah, like I work every day.
Yeah.
Every day.
No, that's good. So I love being self-employed. I used to work in restaurants and I hated it. Just, yeah, like you said, you need something you hate to really just...
Yeah,
Just
it
like-
pushes you on.
Yeah.
It definitely pushes you on. Like at the time as well, like, like Carl Stewart, the like tattooist, and his brother Carmy, that was really good pals with them at the time. And like, so we'd be going down the tattoo shop and you can see like boys, Dundee boys that are fucking smashing it out of their trade, making like good money, and they've got this vibe going on. Like a barber shop, I would suppose. You get your customers coming in and everybody like knows everybody, everybody's friendly. So like, I was able to see at that time, like you could do shit like that. You know what I mean? So yeah, that was mad beneficial at the time. And I was able to push us on, like to think, I need to get the fuck out of this job,
Yeah.
So yeah, I ended up doing Thailand for 2 years.
But then, when did you start Dundee Soul?
Dundee Soul started when I was Thailand. So hard to explain, right? I started, you can say that Dundee Soul started years ago. It's like I've always had a look that I would always try to dress different from everybody else. Always. Like, even now. Every day now, the whole point of the shop is it's like one-upmanship. It's like something different, you know what I mean? Like, you're going to go out and you're not going to be the dress the same as all the youngsters nowadays that I'm on train, that I'm sure it's Foot Asylum's own brand. Like head to toe, like puffer jackets and just 95s. It's just the look. Everybody's like, it's a generic look that everybody dresses in. And the whole point in it is not to be like that.
Yeah.
And it's you could say it's a philosophy that I've had throughout my young life or my life or whatever else. And so I don't really know when it started, because it started when I started to sell vintage clothes, because everybody was like, where'd you get that? Where'd you get that? Like, how'd you get that?
Yeah, just kind of organically, just naturally happened then.
I knew there was a coin to be turned in it. You know what I mean? Because eventually you're at the point where you can't get it. This is like from the 90s or some shit like that. Like for info, this is for the 80s. Like that. So it was like sort of stuff like that. And like, you obviously get an interest. You've got everybody's got an interest in stuff. But obviously it was my interest. So I already knew this stuff off the back of the cusp anyway. So it wasn't really hard to pick up the stuff that I needed to know after that. And yeah, it was just like sell.
That's cool. Turning like a passion into, a wage and a living.
Yeah, but that's what I'm doing now. That's what I wanted to do.
Okay.
Initially, but the actual start of the business wasn't like that. The start of the business was total shoe cleans and customs. Customs was massive at the time. When it started, the Nike game has always been big, but the custom scene was always in Nikes. So the Addy scene at the time, non-existent. no one could work out how to do gold lettering. Like, you see on the side of your sandals, like, no one could work out. Like, you could do any shoe at the time and just call it whatever you wanted. And it was deemed as, like, cool as fuck. I think I was, like, the third person maybe in the UK to clock that out.
That's cool.
So, yeah, for years, a couple of years, like, I got serious cash out of being able to make everybody's customs. And that's how I got it to a shop level.
Yeah. That's cool. Because you were Scotland's first vintage trainer shop?
Scotland's first.
Definitely Dundee's.
I'm the only one in Scotland. I used to be the only one in the UK for a point, but I think there's been a couple of boys in the north of England that have got their own, like, sort of unique shops open.
That's quite cool. And to have it in, like, Dundee, like, was that always the goal to have it here? Like, the Dundee lads?
Yeah, it was. So I sort of look back now and think I could have took it anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. The idea was to stick it in Dundee.
There's always that, like, thought. You want to start somewhere that you know, and you know the people and the clientele. Yeah, it's like a bit of comfort, really, eh?
For me, it was more like it's a Dundee look. You have to understand Dundee as a city, especially with what age are you?
I'm 33.
Nah, so you're like the same generation as me. Like, Dundee in the 90s, I think was a pure magical place. Like,
the band scene was great when I was growing up. That's all everybody used to.
Well, yeah, like, I grew up, the View were like 2 years above me at school. Like, so, and we used to, like, a lot of my year, like, when we were teenagers, we used to drink in Drybrook and, like, certain points. So to actually see, like, I always say the View changed Dundee.
Yeah.
The View, like, changed Dundee totally. So to actually, like, see their rise and what they'd done at the time was
It was cool. I think they gave a lot of people in Dundee a bit of hope as well, and just showing that they could do what they want.
It wouldn't be the same if they never made it. Like, a lot of people wouldn't have went out and tried to do all this different stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's cool for Dundee.
Yeah, no, I like it really kicked this place off. Because I remember it before that. It was not.
I remember when going to, like, Tesco and buying the wee love heart bangles and everything.
Yeah.
But no, they were good for Dundee. Still kind of are. Like, you still see them about, and he's got his show at the Rep. I think they're about to take that.
You know what? It's been and gone. It's been and gone now. Like, I don't know if they keep up with it, but, like, I always give them credit for what they've done at the time. Like, the bands that were coming through, like, Ian Brown played the Caird Hall, the Arctic Monkeys played the Caird Hall, Kasabian, like, none of these bands came through before they made that. They put Dundee on the map, like, officially, and it kickstarted like, the band scene, like, you're on about. The band scene was huge. It just kickstarted loads of people's thoughts of, like, they've done it, so, like, we can do it.
It was good. Like, I feel like going out now, there's nothing that really just go out.
Everybody just wants to be famous for nothing, doesn't it? They just want to, like, be like social media sort of whatever.
So an influencer.
Yeah, that's the goals nowadays.
But obviously you had the shop in the Hilltown.
I did for 5 years.
How was that?
Rough.
Was it?
Seriously rough, man. Yeah.
But the Hilltown is getting there. Like, there's a couple of boys I know have opened barber shops up there, and
there's a hell of a lot of barber shops. The Hilltown itself, like, the bottom of the Hilltown is a jungle.
Yeah.
Serious jungle. It's not even funny to joke about it. Like, serious problems down there. That's like all I'll say. And I'm only a stone throw away from it now. Like, I still see it, and, like, it's still coming through every day.
How is, well, you're in the Wellgate now. How is the Wellgate?
The Wellgate is...
What a brave choice. Like,
you know what? It goes... Yeah, it is. People always ask us how it didn't come over this side. I can put it anywhere. It doesn't put it. People will show up and come and see us. The reason I went to the Wellgate is, one, they offered us a smashing deal at the time. And you know what? I just seen it as an accomplishment. I seen it as... I never really thought I would get into a shopping centre. And funny enough, I've had, like, 2 shopping centres trying to get us to go into their shopping centres this year.
Oh, brilliant.
I was a bit that away for going to Aberdeen.
Yeah.
The money was really unrealistic.
Well, that's what I felt with the shopping centres. I always thought they were quite expensive.
They are, to be fair, but the retail game's dead. Like, Mike Ashley is like the Pablo Escobar of the retail game. He destroyed it, you know what I mean? He's totally destroyed it. And yeah, unless you're a multinational company, there's not much room for you.
Yeah, it's tough, like, even just having shop fronts and that. There's not as much need for them anymore.
No,
I feel like that, because
everybody thinks you can do it online.
Yeah.
The whole point in the shop, I would say, is to try and keep the whole vibe. I just, like, barbershops are a great example. Like, barbershops are probably going to be one of the last things left, because you have to leave your house to do it.
Yeah, you can't get a haircut online.
Yeah, exactly. You can't order that. So, like, that sort of vibe. Like, it used to be It's even worse now, to be fair. When I first, in the Hull town, like on a Saturday, I used to hear like 6 to 10 boys hanging about for about 4 hours, just talking about trainers, talking about shit, having a laugh. Whereas you don't really get that as much now.
Nah, that's what you enjoy though. Like same as the barber shop, you do enjoy that every so often.
Yeah, and that's like all lads in the room.
You know, a community in itself, which is,
community is a good word to put that.
yeah, especially in the summer, we'll hang around after doing a few haircuts, have a few beers on the bench outside. Before you know it, there's 3 or 4 more people, and
it's like a vibe thing. Right?
And you will lose that if you lose. Well,
It's getting lost.
Spaces.
It's getting lost altogether. Like the town is a ghost town.
Yeah, it's tough. Well, does the gym going in the Wellgate, did that help you? Because obviously that'll
help the gym.
Football.
It doesn't help me. It doesn't help me.
No.
Everybody always thinks it would because of like trainers and costs.
Yeah.
But it doesn't. And the styles that come from like our sort of shop don't fit the whole new look of like, I don't know how they want to go about. We'll just put it like that.
Yeah.
I like sort of dressing jeans, jeans sort of dressy look. Most people want to wear Nike. All the young generation, that's
It's all Nike Tech stuff and
exactly that, 95s and
skin fades. So that's like, that's just the look, but it works for some people.
It's work for a lot of people.
It's not quite for me. We're trying to be a bit different in here. And
I think I've got to be if you're a barber, to be fair.
Yeah, like I don't dress too out there. We've got like the art college up the road, or just the Perth Road in general. It's just full of students, so it's not like a one person clientele almost. Everybody's so varied, and the haircuts are varied, and it's cool. Because I was in town before this, you just rented the chair in another shop, and you start seeing similar people just coming through, and I guess quite tedious. Like on a Friday, all I was doing was skin fade, and it's great, but
I've seen mullets come back.
yeah, we were doing a lot of them. Especially we're getting a lot more women in here getting mullets.
Really?
Yeah, which is pretty cool. While you were coming in, we were setting up. Daryl had a women in his chair, yeah, which is great as well. Especially the fact that women feel they can wander into a barber shop.
Yeah,
Which is
I really get that.
It's pretty cool. Obviously we spoke, like mentioned the gym, and you're saying it doesn't really help, but like, do you sell online then as well?
Yeah, I used to hate a website, but I knocked that off. I just sell it all through social media.
Yeah.
Sell it all through social media. I should put a website back up, but it's just, with me, like, there's only me and Declan who work here. Right, I'm already doing cleans, repairs, not so much customs, but a lot of restoration work, along with selling stuff and finding it. So it's a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? And then adding up pictures every day to stick on a website and all that. It's just, I didn't have the time for that.
No, it's a lot, especially if you're physically doing the work yourself. Like,
adding messages as well. You're talking like 200 messages a day.
Yeah.
Every day, just with like so many like questions that vary about everything.
I know some of them you must just feel like, oh, I don't have to do them anymore.
You know, I do more of the work. I just answer the questions. See, like I don't do any of the typing.
Yeah, it's close. But I've looked at trying to get some of the, like when we done a bit of clothing online. If I sell hair systems as well, I've got a few people have started ordering them from me. But it's just as easy going through social media. Buys you a bit of time as well.
So social media is like some tool. They've regulated it a lot. Like when I first started this, I think I've had the Instagram page since about 2018, and the reach that you got and like the reactions you used to get about the stuff was huge. Yeah, so the following I had was like tiny compared to what I've got now. And it's like it feels like it's roughly the same as it was like 5 years ago.
Yeah, I don't find that the following that I've got like correlates to the amount of interactions I'm getting with my videos or posts. It's kind of irrelevant. If my following grows, doesn't mean I'm going to get more likes or more shares or anything. Sometimes I got more when I had 50 followers because the 50 were real followers. It wasn't
that's true. The one
or anything, just trying to sell you something.
Yeah, no, I feel like as they want to make you buy ads and like constantly advertise your stuff and the sponsor stuff. And if you don't play that game, then it doesn't work for you.
Yeah, and I don't understand that as well, which I don't really want to get into it. Somebody warned me against that, saying like, once you start, then that's how they...
Yeah, then they've got you.
You keep going, you have to keep paying for ads. But that's why I'm trying to do stuff like this, the podcast, which obviously you've done before as well. You've done a podcast.
I did, yeah.
Just something a bit... not even different, because a lot of people are doing it, but just collaborating with other businesses in a different way.
It's the end thing nowadays, isn't it? Some people just like to chill back and listen to a podcast.
Yeah. But did you like it?
I found it really like I said, if you were speaking to somebody who was easy to speak to, it was good.
Yeah.
But I found it I felt like it was a lot on me to make sure the questions were right, to make sure the conversation was flowing, to make sure it was interesting. You know what I mean? Which, I felt like I was out my comfort zone. It was something that was brought to me. I thought, you know what, I'll give it a bash.
Yeah, because it was a couple of years ago. Not as many people were doing it.
I think it was 3 years ago. Because the last podcast that I'd done, we were in Manchester. We were meant to be. I was interviewing Johnny Brown, who was the lead singer of Twisted Wheel. Then we were meant to be going to see two massive collectors, and I was meant to be doing Soccer AM with Jimmy Bullard and Fenners on the Friday morning. They had a rehearsal before the Saturday, so I was going to get they two. And then something happened, and then we only got Johnny Brown done. And yeah, I started seeing my girlfriend now. It was roughly about 3 years around, basically. So yeah, that week that I came back.
Yeah, because she clocked up some good views as well, which
I can't even remember what the views were.
I checked out last night. Some of them were over 2,000.
I'm sure Kami was the biggest. I'm sure he got like 6 or 7 times.
Yeah, he's a big personality though. He's
a guy like I said with the view that changed, like the Dundee scene changed how it was. He's had a massive influence on how Dundee is tattooed. We're getting blacked out.
Yeah,
and like how Dundee is so socially accepting of tattoos compared to the rest of the brand.
It's him and his brother.
Yeah, Callum's like a mad talented, like
Callum, he's done both my calves, a couple on my thighs. He's done a few. Yeah,
he does like more the realism, and where Kami does like the sort of patterns. But yeah, the two of them together are just like crazy talented.
Oh no, they're a bit of a powerhouse. So like,
I remember Kami. I met him in community service years ago, and he was just the way to get his face tattooed, and it was only like half the way up there. And I remember him there because he was the guy for Top Man, going back years ago. Yeah, when Top Man was in the high street, like just outside the Wellgate.
Yeah, I remember seeing him. Yeah, because he still had a few tattoos then as well.
He had tribals and spiky hair and like the big hoops. That's how I remember first seeing him. But yeah, he's had a crazy influence on it. Crazy influence.
Rascal. There's quite a few people in Dundee. Like we were talking off camera earlier about Kerry Aldo as well. Like she has done some brilliant things and kind of put it on the map, especially with the V&A as well. And
yeah, she like the whole workwear style. She's so multiverse. She does like women's wear, men's wear. I think she shines with the jackets. She makes some amazing jackets. Like honestly, some amazing jackets. She just needs like one like Liam Gallagher to wear it, or somebody just to get that white label out there.
I she'll get it because she'll sell it. Was it 10 years? I think she'll sell it.
Yeah, 10 years now. She's had like breaks for having kids and that. But yeah, that super talented girl, Kerry. Yeah, she'll smash it.
Yeah, because she was on your podcast as well, and that done pretty well. And I hope that I've thought about asking her on this as well. Need to just see if she'd be up for that.
Yeah, I'm sure she would be.
But yeah, obviously you were a bit ahead of the game with the podcast, but being Scotland's first vintage trainer shop, Dundee's first, and you've had a lot of coverage because of it as well.
The podcast didn't really get too much coverage. The idea behind it was, I still stand by it. Like for somebody to come into the scene with the knowledge that you're meant to like know straight away, there's nothing out there to teach you that.
Nah.
Like so, the podcast was like a crash course, and because it was only 9 episodes, so it was like a crash course of. There's some football hooliganism in there. There was some people trying to do their own thing, like Kerry, Kami, Johnny Proctor. Actually, he's an author.
Okay,
he's an author. I like Johnny, talented guy. And yeah, and then between that, me trying to get trainer knowledge in there as well, which wasn't that.
Was that the sort of what you wanted then to be about, really?
I'm sort of all over the place. Like I was trying to understand the scene while trying to give information to people about the trainer. Boys did like it. I had like guys in America watching it. I had it like Bristol, like because we used to look at I don't know if you could do that. You can see who's listening and where. It was like online. And Bristol was always like the second biggest city after Dundee.
Yeah,
I thought it was just dead weird.
You've done a lot of pop-ups, so have you ever done one down there?
No, I've done Laces Out quite a lot, which is a big trainer festival. I've done other trainer festivals down there. Pop-ups myself. I think I've only done Aberdeen, which was mad successful. I don't know if I would call it pop-ups. I've been at a couple of places. I'm trying to remember off the cuff. Like,
it's not easy.
I've done like Glaciers Out's like the biggest trainer festival, or it was. I don't really know if it is now, but I was for at the time. And I've done that like twice a year since about 2018.
That's pretty cool. Do you keep going back? Do you get asked to do these things, or is this something that you've got to like apply for? Or
I've always been asked to do stuff.
that's quite cool.
Yeah, when it comes up to me actually going away, like I never actually do.
Do you know?
Nah, all you tend to just ask is, and I'll go.
That's quite cool. People obviously hearing your stuff or seeing your stuff, and it's been shared everywhere. Because we were talking off camera earlier, like being like the Courier, the Press Reader, and then you mentioned the Sun. Well, amongst the
that I like that story because I don't read the Sun. I never will. But yeah, in my shop there's a big Shun the Sun poster right on the wall. It's still there now. And when James McAvoy came in, obviously I've got a photo with him. But in the photo, if you look at, I don't know, because I got shared about quite a lot. I think it was in the Daily Record as well.
Was it?
I think so. If you look at the original photo, there's a big poster behind me saying Shun the Sun.
Yeah.
And the Sun, they've posted whatever, no, they've written whatever they've written in the Sun, and they've cut that out, so just a photo of me and James.
No wonder you don't like them. But that's quite a cool wee story as well, though. But obviously, James McAvoy, that would have been pretty cool.
It's a funny story. I was sitting, I ended up with this big massive cyst on my face. Like, it's funny, I lost that part of my beard for about 2 months. Big cyst on my face, and I was like going through serious pain like at the time. Like, really, I was on the phone at NHS 24, and there's a guy in the shop taking loads of photos. So you sort of notice if somebody's taking photos, and I actually thought he looks like James McAvoy. So then I'm sitting waiting on hold to this nurse, and then he comes walking in. As soon as he comes walking in, because he's got a hat on, like I eventually clock him when he's close enough to it. I burst out laughing. I'm just like, "You're fucking James McAvoy," and he started laughing. And he's like, yeah. So I had to hang up on the NHS, and then he's got a team of like 5 boys with him. But they're not really saying much. It's just he's really interested in the Dundee top we've got behind, and he's just blaring away. He was just a dead some guy.
Yeah.
I spoke to him about Shameless, and I was calling him like Professor X and stuff, and he was just having a great laugh.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, you said you've seen him again. Or, well, I think you will.
Yeah. They're definitely. I'm going to keep them for. I don't know who leaked to the telly that he's filming in the.
Yeah, because I saw that he's filming in the Maltese, that Sybil and Brains. That'd be quite a cool story about Dundee as well, though.
It's called California Scheming, yeah. The story itself, I think, I'll give it proper awareness. Yeah. I think the story itself is pretty.
Because I've seen snips here and there and watched a little bit on YouTube about it. And
I've heard, like, I don't know like the true stories, right, but I heard that it was Biffy Clyro that like clocked him out.
Really?
Meant to be at a festival in America, and they were speaking, and then they were saying they're from California, and the guy for Biffy Clyro was like, nah, like, you're for Scotland. I heard that's what eventually cracked him, but I don't know.
I wonder if we'll find that out in the film, eh? Like what's actually...
You get a Biffy Clyro in the film.
Yeah, I know. Well, hopefully, he comes back in if they are filming around it.
I'm going to say that in a bit because I've got to see him again. So I'm going to say that.
But stuff like that's all great for your socials as well. Giving you stuff to share. And this, obviously, you want to be sharing about your products and trainers, but sharing something that's just a bit different.
He was in this year. I had that Potter paper in. I didn't know who he was. You know who he was?
No.
Some rapper, but like.
Who was he called?
Potter Paper. Some guy from London. He's got like weed shops in Tenerife and all.
Oh, right.
I swear to God, most drug dealers in Dundee were outside my shop the day he showed up. Like
they all know who he is.
There was a big fight. There was fights in the queue, and it was nuts. But he was a rapper. He done a tour. He was doing like sign-outs. He came into the shop.
That's pretty cool.
I was like, people know who he was. It's not that thing. Like this whole new drill scene and all that. But yeah, he had a big like tongue now.
As long as he brings some people in and raises just raises awareness.
He brought them on the Rain Crew.
Yeah,
that's who he brought. Yeah,
that's quite cool. And obviously Wu-Tang as well.
Raekwon. That was a lockdown thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you were in lockdown and you had none to do. I especially, I was on my own quite a lot because I had a flat at the time. It was just me. So I got lost in the story of Once Upon a Time in Shaolin. Do you know what that is?
Yeah.
But yeah, the album, they only made one album and it sold for, I can't even remember, a couple of million at the time. But the idea of just making this like one piece of art to me appealed. So I got lost in like the whole Wu-Tang, like, I don't even know what you would call it. But yeah, I got lost in it. Every song you could think of. And I decided to make these 2 shoes One would be like the Bumblebee colorway, and one would be reverse. And I could only use like 4 of the 9 members. This is really sad because I had Raekwon on the shoe. I took him off. I dumped him for. I had RZA on one and the black one. So RZA and Raekwon sounded all right, but RZA and Jizza.
Yeah, so it was just rolls off a tongue.
So yeah, I took Raekwon off. I put Jizza on it. And I was quite happy because in his songs is like, I got your front, so you're best to watch your back. So I had that at the back of the shoe and everything in dark and black. Anyway, so long story short, I put it out there. No, I put it out with shout out Alan Yarib. I put it out with just a photo of his boxes. Like I gave him ideas to design the boxes.
Mm-hmm.
So he'd done one black and he'd done one the Bumblebee colorway. And all I did was I posted picture of the boxes outside. I just done it as a raffle, like 1 to 59 numbers. I swear to God, they were gone within a half an hour. And that's two different raffles.
It was close.
And I hadn't released the trainers or what they look like. So I sort of sharp myself back because I was like, fuck, like I've never had someone sell that quack in it. They've not even seen it, basically. Yeah. So then when I came around to doing it, this one guy won the 2 of them at the time. I forget his name. But I put them out. And about 2 days later, I started getting all these messages in Portuguese. Like well over 1,000 messages in Portuguese. And I was like, I don't want to speak Portuguese, what's going on? Some guy in Brazil had seen it and shared it. And then, long story short, Raekwon seen it. And he messaged the page. I'll never forget. I was sitting, because lockdown was still on the go, sitting having a smoke with my mate Sicky in the back of his garden. And we're on this like swingy chair thing with a canopy over it. And obviously the message comes through for Raekwon. Like, so you're in shock for like 2 seconds. And I just jumped. I went straight through his car.
Yeah.
Like, Wu-Tang. But yeah, to be honest with you, he wasn't interested in the trainers. He was just interested to make sure that Addy hadn't made them.
Oh, right. He was just making sure.
Yeah, as soon as he found out they were a custom, he didn't even message us back.
I did. Oh, I thought you maybe would have wanted the pair.
So I was hoping he did, but yeah. Nah, I got that one message. I seen that as a victory.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Yeah, but he did the message twice.
Fair enough. Look. So obviously Wu-Tang's a highlight. Have you ever sent anybody trainers, like anybody famous, whether it's like they've asked for them or you've just hung a few pairs out there to see if you can?
No, I've never like gave somebody famous pair of trainers. I have done trainers for famous people. Trying to remember the list. I've just done cleaned a pair of trainers for a guy who's like on an antique show like this week.
That's cool.
You know what? I had Hannah Lane in this year. I've done Hannah's shoes quite a lot, but she's like mad popular now.
Oh, she's another one good for Dundee as well.
Yeah, she's done brilliant. I've done Brett Johns. He was a UFC fighter, but I think he's in Cage Warriors now. I made him a custom. Oh God, honestly, watch it back. I'm just screaming out like, how did you not say that?
Hi.
But yeah, I've done. Yeah, you know what? I've been in interaction with quite a few famous people.
So that'd be quite cool. Like, obviously, be doing customs, but I imagine it'd be quite a cool thing just to post out and say like, "Oh, I can do this." And
you know what?
It's
been sort of oversaturated now. See, like when I mentioned back at the start, like at the time, no one could really do it. There was only like 3 boys. I was one of them. So like stuff used to famous people. Like there was I made a shoe. This guy, shit cunt. If I could swear on that.
Yeah, right.
He right. What he was he was trying to be a restorer, or he was trying to be a customizer, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he couldn't do it. He was terrible. He still is. So he gets in touch with me and says he wants me to make a shoe for Raymond Van Barnable, the darts player. You'll find this article online. So I thought it was weird. He wanted to dye the shoes to look like he was doing something, and I'd do the graphics. And I was like, right, okay, cool. So he sends me this shoe that was really badly dyed, which I had to fix. And then I'd done my thing. Like, there's photos online. Like, I can't remember. They're like Barney, they were black and orange. I made this like Barney rubble throwing the darts for the heel tab.
Yeah.
So anyway, long story short, right, they get to Raymond Van Barnable, he posts them, they go absolutely insane online on Twitter. Like, they get shared about like mad. I mean, mad. It's everywhere. But it's no my on the shoe.
Oh.
It's been this guy's
left you off it.
No, he basically made it, yeah. took off, his business pure took off. Like, didn't take off better than mine. Like, he excelled himself to like a very high level, and he was shit. He still is. But yeah, and that one really hacked us off.
Yeah, it would do.
Because at the time I was still building as well. And like, I was obviously one of the first shoes I'd done for like anybody that level. And I did, like, see the reaction it got, it broke my heart, man. It really did.
Well, with you, 'cause you'd be waiting on it, seeing it just exploding, and
He's never done a festival or anything like that, because I said if I ever bump into him, we're going to the world.
yeah, I'm sure. But that's pretty cool. That's a shame though. Like, it's cool that he's obviously, this guy's got your trainers, but
Yeah, they're in some trophy case somewhere, like, now.
yeah, sure does he know the real story now?
I don't think he cared, to be fair. I remember there was like a message in Dutch about me being jealous or something.
No.
But like, obviously, he's like, I don't know what way he informed them of thinking that, but
Yeah.
when he posted that, he was like, yeah, they were made by, I'm not even going to say his name.
Nuts. Nah, I wouldn't. But so you're branching out into clothing now as well. And you were saying like earlier, like you like to dress different. And is this just something that you're providing the clothing that you like to wear, or is this just kind of happened?
Kind of, it's all handpicked by me. No, like, you have to evolve in business. And to be honest with you, the trainer scene died after COVID, like really, really bad. Really bad.
Yeah.
Oh, horrendously bad. Like, I had a shop full of stuff that at the time, overnight, basically, after the furloughs grant stopped and people started getting money and all that,
Yeah.
everybody was in competition with themselves to try and sell the trainers that had bought during COVID for cheaper than everybody else,
Oh, okay.
which dropped the price in like crazy.
Yeah. Stuff like Vinted, does that
Vintage's a problem nowadays as well.
Right.
It's not a problem. You can find some deals on it and stuff, but yeah, there's so many options out there. But yeah, the trainer scene, as everybody thinks it is, isn't just now.
No.
By a long shot. Like, stuff, like, I would sell it for like 250, maybe 2021, it was selling for 250, it's maybe selling for 120 just now.
So yeah, a significant drop. Like,
Crazy drop.
yeah.
Crazy drop. Like, stuff that you've put. I always value a trainer in the sense of what I think it's worth. Like, I love my runners. So if you've got a shoe that's been made like 20 years ago, 2004, and it's like these vibrant colours, and it's like a shoe you're not going to get, that to me is worth, you're not going to be able to replace it.
No.
So like, the value of that has got to be higher than something you can get on the shelves now. But realistically, if some people will pay like £195 for a brand new pair of Nikes, and in the Addy world, a shoe that's 20-year-old, you're expected to pay under 100 quid for it. Like, how does that make sense?
Yeah, no, it's like I was talking about Nikes. I think it's the price of them. I think is just mental. I don't own any Nikes, but
The real money in the game came from all Nikes. But like, people think shoes that sell for millions of pounds, right? The only shoes that have sold for millions of pounds have had Michael Jordan's name on them.
Yeah.
And he's wore them. You know what I mean? I can't remember what the highest one is. I think he slam dunked. No, I'm telling a lie. The flu game. If you've ever seen The Last Dance, when you get sick during the game, those trainers sold for like, I don't know, 2 million something.
really,
Because of that iconic, because of the game. There's another pair that sold for over $1 million when he smashed the back glass, and there's actual glass in the trainers, and he signed them. But like, trainers going over $1 million, I don't know of any of them, but that haven't been his.
yeah. But have Adidas got more of like a cult following? Do you think? Or
Cult following in British culture, not worldwide. No, the YouTube generations took over. Like, Dundee Soul as an idea is stuff that I took in from growing up, which has been influenced heavily from like the 80s lads coming through that influenced the young lads then that came through in the 90s, which I've seen. You know what I mean? It's all just like a revolving door of culture that's been in Dundee. But I sort of forgot what I was on about there.
just saying, we're branching out into clothing, and
Yeah, evolving, but yeah, the clothing. Well, that's the sort of clothing I do. Like, I class as 80s, 90s, noughties, stuff like that. But yeah, because the channel again died so much, then I really needed to sell clothes. Like the past year, I've only started selling trainers again. I would say the past month, like 6 weeks. If you look at my social media for the past year, it's been clothes.
Yeah, I was looking on it before I'd done this and wrote the questions and stuff, and there is a lot of clothing, but there's money in clothing as well, and people with Vinted and all these other sites, people are wearing used clothes a lot more than when I was younger, I think.
The Stone Island market, especially now, like, they had a sheepskin coat in the last seasonal drop that was $5,000. Like, who can afford to pay $5,000 for a coat? Their ice jacket was $3,500. Like, the resale market is huge.
Yeah.
Really,
Just because of costs, or
yeah, like, a lot of the stuff doesn't go. Like, people don't really understand this. Like, a lot of this stuff isn't going. Like, these boys are getting all these brand new, like, Stone Island jumpers that they're selling for, like, reduced prices. They've came from outlets. They've came from, like, people who couldn't sell them. So, like, and they're from a couple of years ago, and these boys are trying to sell them on, like, cheaper now. It's just what it is. Like, all these big brands, like, Burberry's just reported, there's no, like, 40% they're going to cut their prices by.
Really?
The Burberry prices are insane. Like, £1,800 for, like, fucking... £1,200 for like hoodies or like this shit. It's nuts.
Well, I was listening to a podcast the other day and they were talking about like brands, and Ralph Lauren came up and the guy was just talking about how like the majority of their money comes from outlets, selling polos at outlets. It's not these high street stores, but that's just what they need to keep the brand sort of elevated, almost to keep that image of it being.
It's like brands in London high streets. Like they're meant to be making like serious losses every month, but they've got to have the brand on the high street because it makes it like a worldwide brand. Yeah, because it's only like one of the busiest streets in the world. But like, it's smart marketing, but they're not selling what people think they are.
No. Right, but that's good. The clothing do well for you though.
It does well for me because I tend to like, I handpick a brand. Like a brand that it's got to be something that I'm interested in, or it's been a look at a certain time. Like it's all lad culture. Like everyone's came for like, because you could say it started with like the Teddy Boys or the Mods. You know what I mean? They all had their certain style. Like the Mods had like suits or the like Parker jackets, and then that evolves into casual. So like bright colours, or the casual scene itself goes through like many evolutions, we'll call it, like between tracky tops to Italian gear to eventually like you'll see like Stone Island, the CP company today. That's like one of the staples of it. But yeah, it takes like twists and turns. The tail of it is like, it's like changes constantly. So to keep up with, you've got like a huge selection of the stuff that you could pick.
Yeah.
And it's nostalgia, boys. A lot of people, the nostalgia of they see a brand or they see like a jumper. For instance, Chippy. I got this Chippy jumper.
Right.
Like I've never, like the reaction on that jumper was huge.
I don't even remember you had it. I didn't even know that.
Chippy was like an 80s Italian brand. Like there's loads of them. Loads of them, like no one, like Chio or like Best Company. All these brands that like, they've never evolved past the 80s that much. But if you know about them, it makes them like fucking brilliant clothes.
Yeah.
So yeah, my store, essentially the clothing is always looking for stuff like that.
That's cool. That's quite cool. Like obviously you're evolving. You're noticing that trainers aren't doing as well, or they're not doing as well right now. So you've got other things coming on, and I think you constantly need to do that.
Yeah,
like,
business needs to evolve. If you don't evolve, you just stay still.
We done obviously. You see, we've got clothing up on the wall. It's not something I really want to do a lot of.
No, usually like fresh with the marketing. Yeah,
a couple of things. And last Christmas, I done really well on the clothing, like really well. But I think it's done now. Like, cause people who want to buy it have bought it, and not like, because it's quite simple. Like, obviously, there's nothing to it. Nobody needs a green, grey, black, blue. They don't need it in every colour. So yeah, trying to figure out what else to do next. And
it's a style. I think these have got is pretty cool, to be fair, to stick to like the one style. It fits with everything that goes. I think like the more your business evolves, like the more the merchandise will evolve with it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah, and like the haircuts will always be there, but as styles change, and with the return of Oasis as well, like people are making jokes about longer hairstyles coming back in.
But see if that happens, man, it'd be hilarious.
I think it will. Like it has to, because like we're talking about nostalgia as well. There will be guys who will be like, they've got that piece of kit in their wardrobe and they're dying to wear it again, and they're like, right, I'm gonna go full hog, give it everything I've got, grow my hair out, get a mod cut, and.
No, I think like the Gallaghers have been like some of my heroes for life, but what really pissed me off recently is that the Berghaus put Liam Gallagher in it.
Oh no, I wasn't sure about that one.
The only Berghaus that I've ever seen Liam Gallagher in was in Meru in '96 on the Big Hill Mill tour. I've never, ever seen the guy wear a fango in my life. Like, they're just like, it's really sad. Like, didn't get us along, right? I think he's a legend, but it's really sad that like the last rock and roll star is 50-year-old.
Yeah, I know. There's not. We're talking about the band scene and stuff, and there's nothing.
They stick him in everything. Loads of guys have evolved to wearing Stone Island because of Liam Gallagher. I say like a really big turning point in culture no one really notices is that One Love concert for when the kids got bombed in Manchester. At the time, everybody thought Liam and Noel were going to come out together. And Liam travelled from Germany to make sure he played the concert. He ended up playing with Coldplay. That is when it shifted like majorly from like Team Noel to Team Liam. Like everybody was like, Liam Gallagher is God.
Yeah.
Stone Island, like all these guys that have never wore it before in their life, or everybody's decked out with Stone Island. It's the coolest thing. These are a big, like, helping that with the culture.
It just takes one person to
It takes, yeah, this is what I mean.
the right
That shift,
influence. Yeah.
yeah. I just think it's sad that, like, the last, like, cultural influence I can remember seeing is the Arctic Monkeys. They like changed the landscape, done their thing. They were cool as fuck. Everybody like it changed the game basically. Like the guitar music after that followed, like bands like The View, The Kooks, The Enemy, all this like influence of like indie music that followed. Like, it was all started. I think it all started because of them.
Yeah.
Like, we need something like that now.
I don't know about who. Was that
I don't know.
about?
Like, hopefully this Oasis reunion starts boys picking up guitars. Hopefully they do get long hair and they start writing tunes again. And yeah, there's this cultural sort of
comes back.
yeah, like the thing the Oasis now, everybody's like that because of what Oasis done in the 90s. Because what they were able to achieve in the 90s, they were the biggest thing for like 3 years. Like Nebworth, I only think Noel Gallagher's back because he knows fine well he couldn't sell it Nebworth. And Liam sold it at 390.
Yeah.
Nebworth itself is a massive thing. And he was like, they'll do it next year. Everybody knows they'll do it next year, you know what I mean? But yeah,
Stuff like that will obviously have an impact on your business if it does.
I can make money off that all day.
Yeah.
I know exactly what Liam and Noel have been wearing for the past 20 years.
Yeah.
I've already got stuff.
You go.
Oh, it's easy to me. It's really easy to me. Like even now, if I wanted to, I've got like the jacket, leather CP jacket, Noel wore, and the Ian Brown Keep What You Got video.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, and then they've wore I could put on it. Yeah, honestly, I've got photos for days of it. They were really good. Like everybody else associates the Addy brand like was a Stone Roses thing, like a Stone Roses sort of guys thing. But like the Stone Roses were never in Adidas. Like, you'll find loads of early days of Oasis in Adidas. You'll find loads of Liam wearing the trackies, wearing gazelles. You'll find Noel wearing superstars for years. Like they promoted that like health end of the culture.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like seriously. So I think they should get the more of the staple of the Addy sort of.
Do you think you'll do like a wee, I don't know, like an Oasis custom?
No, I won't, no, because there's a good chance that Gary Ashburn, he's the head curator of the Spezial brand. There's a good chance he's already doing that.
He'll be doing that, right?
Definitely be doing that. He's released one Noel Gallagher shoe and three Liams. So yeah, no chance. There's no chance they're already thinking about doing that.
No.
And everybody will be wearing them.
So obviously, well, why wouldn't this? But they'll jump on that. But what's next for you? You've done clothing and...
Next for me is I'm going to be moving shop down the stairs, but the Wellgate's been seriously prolonging that.
Yeah. Is this a bigger unit or
yeah,
unit?
I'm annoyed by theft. There's a few plans to go with. I'm going to have the workshop at the front of the shop, basically, and the shop at the back, so everybody has to come walk through. Need a bigger unit, and I'm going to set up drop-off points around Scotland, so people could actually just like go into a shop, drop off their trainers. I'll get them picked up, took to the shop, re-cleaned, and then drop back off to the drop-off point.
That's cool.
Whatever one's the most successful is where I'll put my second shop.
Yeah.
Because that's what I want to do. Like, I came like really that close to doing it this year. It was just to stick it in a shopping centre. I was going to cost too much.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Like you can test the markets. I know what a physical shop like.
I know it work. The posters that I get sent and the volume of work that I get, I know it work. I know I can stick a second shop somewhere, but I want to know where it's going to be best. So I've got 7 points hopefully set up around the northeast, and whatever one's most successful, I'll just go there.
So that's already in place. It's already happening now.
Yeah, the wheels in motion. I would have been well into it now if the Wellgate itself is not owned by anybody in Dundee. It's owned by a company in London who then is owned by like an American company or some shit.
Oh, okay.
So to actually get something done takes a long time.
Yeah.
So yeah, the done is over basically. I wanted it to be open by now.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not even started.
Did it push you, something like that, push it out of the Wellgate, or are you at home there?
It could do if there's a published finger at the arse. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, because it's slowing your growth, and if I don't know, like you get tired as well. Like you get tired fighting it and just constantly pushing, and then it must be easy.
Yeah, you know what? I do have offers to go elsewhere.
It's quite cool.
So yeah, I don't know. I'm not a go with the flow guy. I tell you really annoy us, and then I'll bite back. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, right now I'm looking at. It dies down January, February, March. March is like the worst month of the year. So if I can get home for April, I'd be happy.
Yeah, that's quite good. We're the same. And January's not as bad as you would think. Obviously, we've got Valentine's and stuff that kind of keep you going. But yeah, we slow down in the new year as well. And it's...
Fair, you know what? You're right. I would say January's all right. All right. but February and March is always my worst. It always seems to be 5 weeks as well. And that seems to be the worst month ever for me.
Yeah. Do you offer like education and stuff then? Like, have you got other things going on?
I used to do classes. I've actually taught hundreds of people how to clean shoots. I couldn't even, somebody asked me that today and I can't even count. I used to do like 8 class. See, the scene that I'm in, it's had like growth like that and then came back down. So when it was at its height, everybody wanted to learn how to clean signers. Everybody wanted to get involved with signers. They thought it was like this growing economy, basically. It's going to like spur out loads of money. So yeah, I used to do classes, 8 class. And I think I'd done like that for a year. And I would do like one once a month. I don't know the number of classes that I've done, but I have definitely taught like probably over 150 people.
It's quite cool. It's a good like income as well, and it's not like I just started trying to teach people like the hair systems that I do, and people are going to learn whether they come to me or go to somebody else. So
Yeah,
I need to try and like I'm not capitalise, but I'm either part of the conversation or I'm not. Like they're going somewhere else, and just because you teach somebody, you'll still be the guy that's taught them. You'll always be.
They always seem to be mad appreciative of being taught by you as well. To be fair, when I was starting out, like I spent like all these nights trying to work out how to do stuff. I used to drive me mad how trying to work out how these guys were doing. Yeah, you know what I mean? It makes you better. Like,
teaching definitely makes you, because you have to think, right? Why am I doing this, or how did I do this? And you have to do.
Yeah, you know what? Explaining stuff is really hard. When I first started trying to explain like how to remove stains out with sweat, and you have to really think about how to explain it to like dull it down, explain it to somebody. It does make you better.
That's dope. What sort of other businesses in Dundee are you looking at just now, or any other new ones that are popping up, or just other businesses in general that you like and you like to support?
I've always got respect for the Postal brand. Me and Nelroy were at school together, same year and stuff. And what he's done by getting it into like in Seven Store and like End Clothing and that, but the Dundee brand's like amazing.
Oh, it's incredible. And he's still doing like local collabs and stuff as well. And
he's still I've not seen what he's been doing for a while. Like when I speak to him, we'll hear catch up and that. But yeah, but for what he's done with that, it's brilliant. Like seriously brilliant. Kerry, I really like Kerry. I've always been a fan of Kerry. Everyone knows that. Dundee brands or Dundee. You know what? I just helped out Robin Green. She's launching a brand called Gadgie. She was at the Jimmy Choo school in London. I sent her trainers for her catwalk performance with all the stuff that she designed. And she was just on the BBC there. So she's like an up and coming. She's going to do well.
That's quite cool.
Yeah, she's going to do really well. I feel like if I leave something out, it'll be a shame.
I know that's a tough question because it's good.
They've got to be.
There's loads of local stuff popping up, and it's
there's loads of people, loads of seriously talented people. There's a guy called Luke Davies. I know he's got Geniotech now. He was a really talented photographer. He's just obviously got a great eye for like business because he's running the phone shop now. He's smashing that. And I just thought like he was so good at photography. Like as somebody, he's took some photos for me in the past, and he's just got. No one's photos popped out to me like how. I just thought he had a seriously good eye for that. And now he's running a phone shop as well, along with that business. So give him a shout out.
That's quite cool. We turn to like we take our own photos and stuff in here, and sometimes you do. So we've got Elliot who does the.
Oh, you should check him out. I can't explain it. He's just got a seriously great eye for a photo. Like the stuff he makes is just brilliant. Videos as well. He's a really talented guy. Hayley Scanlon does like amazing for the girl side of stuff. You got
her shop was just across the road. Yeah,
there's like the wee one used to be there. Yeah, she does like she's quite big for her side of it.
To get on like Netflix and stuff as well was very cool.
It's an achievement. Yeah. Is there anybody else I'm forgetting? I feel wrong if I forget somebody.
But you're all right. We just like to ask and see if there's anybody like we don't know about, especially you're at the opposite end of town from us, so there's lots of stuff happening up here, but we wouldn't necessarily see what's down there. Like we're quite student-led, and as you know, the students, they live around here, they go to uni around here, they drink coffee around here.
Yeah, there's a whole different vibe up there.
Small, yeah. But it's
maybe 13 Records. I respect what they're doing. Like they're still trying to keep the Groucho vibe alive. Really got the Groucho's as a pub now and the shop was.
Have you been into the pub?
Yeah, it's cool. It's just,
Yeah.
I feel like Groucho's was an institution. Nothing against the pub, like nothing against the pub at all. Just the actual shop itself. Like, my band actually played in there, and I remember like thinking it was a pair of rocks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Groucho's. It was like everybody used to camp for their team to park tickets. Like, all like
People are calling to bring that back because you can't get tickets. It's really tough, and the people who really want them are willing
you should be able to do that.
camp out for them.
You still have some laughs in the queues.
Yes.
Some laugh. But yeah, 13 Records are still trying to keep that going. So, with respect to that, unique businesses in Dundee. There's no, I don't want to say there's no many, but none that are springing to mind.
Dundee's a tough one to crack, I think, with especially with like we were talking earlier, the city centres kind of
Seriously,
it's dying, and there's uncertainty of it as well. I don't know, the low emissions, we can't drive in, can't nip in, or a lot of people can't, and the rates are mental in turn. The rent rates, it's all just...
Yeah, you're sort of discouraged to going against it. Rates relief, as long as you've only got, I've got one business, and you keep it under, I can't remember what it is, the 15 grand summer threshold. Yeah, you should get small business relief to get started anyway. But yeah, that it is very discouraging. To be fair, the Wellgate now is a pure ghost town compared to what I remember. Like, I've got nostalgic like ties to that because like we still roam about there as a kid. But like now, it's just sad. It's just all like charity shops and not much. But like the people,
Somebody like yourself, though, that's all, like we were saying earlier. It just takes one. Like if you go into that bigger unit, then that'll give other people...
I thought that. Like, I thought if I go in, somebody will follow.
Because there was a couple of articles about it as well when you done that, I think.
Yeah, the telly were all over that when I was moving on. I don't know, like, there's no one, I'm not like big headedly saying there's no one else like me. I wish there was another business to go in there.
Yeah.
I said a record shop. That's what I said. You need a musical hub, like people going in and...
Well, Freak up the road, they do really well.
I tried to get them in the Wellgate. Did you? Yeah. If you watch it, I tried to get them in the Wellgate. Yeah, they didn't want to do it.
Nah.
Because they were the only ones that could think out of the box.
Yeah.
Different.
And they're doing loads, like they do gigs, they've got all sorts on the go. But yeah, we even had one of my clients asked me if you could put records on the wall here. So that's something we've been looking at and seeing if we can get...
Oh,
once the clothing's gone, yeah.
The record game's huge now. That's like kept HMB alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, like vinyl's coming back. People, if you want to, like, CDs when they're cool, but like the vinyl thing of owning something and actually like purchasing it and owning it, it's not on your phone. It's aside from the whole vinyl game being like far better quality, I listen to your tunes, but yeah, like owning something nowadays is like people they don't even buy games anymore. They don't really just kind of, yeah. I'm not a gamer, so I don't know nothing about it. But yeah, owning something, having something in your room, you know what I mean? It's just not
cool
up there somewhere. Yeah.
No, that's cool. But yeah, thank you so much for your time. Cheers for coming on.
No problem. My nose has been mad itchy for the past half an hour. It's been...